Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Tonight, we celebrate the birth of Yeshua.
Tonight, we celebrate the birth of the Son of Man.
Tonight, we celebrate the birth of Emmanuel,
God with us.
God within us.
the birth of the child,
The birth of our awareness that the Christ presence has expressed itself in human form.
His story.
your story,
Our
our story.
O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come, thou dayspring, come and cheer our spirits by thy advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O This story, enacted every day of our lives,
A cause for rejoicing and wonderment.
The power to choose a new way of thinking,
to transcend the human condition,
To remember who we are.
divine beings created in the image and likeness of God.
tonight we grow into our conscious Christhood.
Tonight, we celebrate the Christ.
And in that celebration, all gathered, I invite you to stand and to sing our first chorus of the evening, Joy to the World.
Merry Christmas, Unity North. I invite you at this time to sit tall and well and to close your eyes if you choose to do so. And contemplate your breath, your constant companion, a prayer that's with you at all times. As we prepare to light the candle of faith, your breath is a connection to faith, an incarnation of faith, faith in our continued existence. Every breath a prayer of faith. Continue to breathe mindfully, intentionally. Now seeing that the breath is also a prayer of peace. Each breath an opportunity to anchor you in the center of consciousness. The breath is also a prayer of love with you at all times, demonstrating the divine's love for us, each and every one. The breath is also a prayer of joy. Each breath is a gift, different, unique, and special. But most of all, the breath reminds us of the light within. The breath is our connection with our Christ consciousness. The breath sings a song, I am that. Every breath affirming your true nature as one and the same as the light of Christ. Amen.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year. And whatever holiday you celebrate, let it be a season of light, not only at the time of the holiday, but throughout the year. We welcome in the light that each and every one of you brought into this space and into this room, those gathered here and those that are online. You are absolutely part of our family tonight, part of our community, and I happen to know there are a lot of people. You know, it's an unusual time, isn't it? Usually this second service, there's about 400 of us in the room. Well, we are 400 plus in this room in consciousness, yes? And there are far more than 400 joining us online tonight. And so we open up our hearts to the community that is beyond space, that is beyond time, that Christmas cannot be contained by quarantines, by masks, by viruses, or circumstances. But Christmas is alive in each and every one of us here and each and every one of us online. And I think that deserves a round of applause to just get it going, that we are here, we made it, and we're surviving. You know, that's the thing that we celebrate, the Christ consciousness, the Christ awareness is the most powerful force on the planet, expressed as love, as peace, as faith, as hope, as all that is good and holy and magnificent in this world. It will always triumph when we turn within to find it. That Christmas light cannot and will not ever be extinguished. It is the divine essence of who we truly are, and tonight we celebrate that divine light. Before we get into the service tonight, just a couple of quick announcements. I do want to invite all of you to join us on New Year's Eve at 6:30, our annual Burning Bowl, as we let go, and there might be a lot to let go of this year. To just let it go, put it into the flame and release it, that our next year is full of hope and promise and full of magnificence. Are you with me in that? 6:30 on New Year's Eve night. Our chaplains will be putting on a wonderful service. Followed on that Sunday, January 2nd, with the white stone, the ceremony and the gateway of transformation. We've let go of that which is in the way. We've burned all that is a block to us living our magnificence, and we claim that white stone of freedom on January 2nd. Another one of our favorite services. Followed on January 9th, I want to extend a special invitation to anybody and everybody. We have an African children's choir that's coming from Nigeria that's going to be here. Now, before you panic, they're not flying in just to be here. They've been in the States for 6 months, and so they're not bringing any viruses that we haven't already experienced, and we're going to be very safe. But they're going to be with us, that international cooperation of peace and love as we celebrate the music of Nigeria and the hearts and the Christ light that is in those beautiful children that are raising money for an orphanage back home. It's a beautiful thing that we get to do. I hope you will also join us on January 9th. We're going to just make reference to the offering early on in the service, not to disrupt the flow. For those of you in the room, we're not passing baskets. We're trying to keep it safe, but there are a couple of baskets in the back of the room, and if you are moved tonight by the music of the children, the music of the choir, the music of Ryan Almario, it's an interesting time. He's here alone tonight. The band is not here. The choir is about half of what it usually is. The kids' choir went from about 16 children, and by the time we got here tonight, we have a wonderful kids' trio. It happens. Everybody's being safe. Everybody's making their decisions, and we as a community honor the decisions and choices of all families to know that we're in this together, and we'll be in this together to the long haul until this COVID is a thing of the past. Yes, are you with me in that? If you'd like to make a special contribution tonight, we have a Christmas match. 19 members of our congregation have extended a gauntlet, a challenge, and said, I believe in what's going on at Unity North, and they came up with $45,000 to say, Unity North, match it. I will match dollar for dollar. That's a huge amount of money. And so I want to rise to the challenge and to invite you to give a special Christmas gift. In the seat backs, there is an envelope, a Christmas picture on the front. If you would like to make a special contribution to join those believers and those visionaries, please make a special gift tonight and to place that in the basket on your way out. Those of you online, this goes to you as well. No matter whether you are in New York, California, Texas, anywhere in between. We got a nice email from somebody from Oklahoma who says these streams are absolutely saving their life. So wherever you are, you can also send in, text to give, mail a check into the church, but find a way to say thank you. Find a way to contribute to the great work that's going on here in Atlanta. But right now, the great work I want to do is invite us into our second carol, so I invite you to stand on your feet. And if you are so led to raise your voice, please join us in singing, O Come, All Ye Faithful. Seated. So come, let us adore the light, the magnificence, the spirit, the eternal flame of God's life in, through, around, and as all creation, in, through, around, as each of us. You see, tonight we don't just celebrate a truth in one child, in one baby, but in each of us as a child of God. Our theme tonight is a little child will lead them. I invite you to let your inner child out to play, to return to that moment where you lived in awe and you lived in wonder and you allowed your heart to marvel at every moment. Beginner's ears, beginner's mind, beginner's eyes. I'm going to ask Stella Rockwitz to begin our journey of a little child leading us to a greater awareness of ourselves. This is a song I've wanted to have done for a long time. And one of our ex-YOUers who went off to college this year is here to sing Some Children See Him.
Some children see him lily white, the baby Jesus born this night. Some children see him lily white, with tresses soft and fair. Some children see him bronzed and brown, the Lord of heaven to earth come down. Some children see him bronzed and brown, with dark and heavy hair. Some children see him almond-eyed, the baby whom we kneel beside. Some children see him almond-eyed, with skin of golden hue. Some children see him dark as they, sweet Mary's son to whom we pray. Some children see him dark as they, and oh, they love him too. The children in each different place will see the baby Jesus' face, like theirs, but bright with heavenly grace, and filled with holy light. Oh, lay aside each earthly thing, and with thy heart as offering, come worship now the infant King. 'Tis love that's born tonight. 'Tis love that's born tonight.
This everyone.
I invite you to join us now and use the faculty of your imagination as all the lights come down. And we journey back 2,000 years. Imagine that you're a shepherd, keeping watch over your flock at night. It's a dark night. Slide, please. A cool breeze gently brushes your face with an encouraging and inviting softness. Something wonderful is about to happen. The sheep seem restless tonight. Not afraid, just restless. And you feel it too. You've spent many a night on these hills, but there's something very special about this night. The stars seem brighter, brighter than you've ever seen them before, almost as if you could reach up and touch them. One star in particular seems to stand out. It radiates a great light, a light so bright that it appears to be calling you, beckoning you. There's something very mysterious about this night. You can feel it to the depth of your soul. Your heart is racing with anticipation, yet you don't know exactly why. Somehow that star is casting its light on a little stable just below the mountain in the field behind an inn. And something inside of you stirs, urging you to go and to see. You feel uneasy, yet you feel impelled to make the journey. The curiosity of your childhood years, it rises up again and entices you to move forward. You haven't felt this for a very long time. Tonight, oh, tonight is a night of miracles. You can sense it. As you begin your journey down the hill, you feel as if the air itself is alive with music. Music you haven't felt since you were very, very young. With each step, the music is amplified, and a sense of childlike joy wells up from deep within you, increasing your pace and your anticipation. As you approach the little stable, the light grows in intensity, and you see the shadows of people moving inside. You look around and you see that others are also coming to the stable. Others are hearing the same music, feeling the same call. And you hear soft voices coming from within as you cautiously step just inside to see what is going on. Oh, such a feeling of warmth is here. You can smell the aroma of straw, a pleasant, secure, and familiar odor to you. An overwhelming peace wells up from within you. And as your eyes begin to adjust to the soft lamplight, you see another shepherd, a young man. He turns toward you and he smiles with great joy in his eyes. His eyes silently invite you to join him. A beautiful young girl, she's tired but content, is resting on a pile of straw. And in her arms is a small and helpless child. And you can see that he is just a few hours old. The young woman holds the child forward and asks you to come closer and see. You slowly and cautiously kneel right next to her, gazing into the sleeping child's face. And the woman says, "His name is Jesus. He is a gift from God. And he brings a message for you, a message for all the world." You lean very close, and the child's eyes open ever so briefly. And for just an instant, you gaze into eternity. A peace and joy like nothing you have ever known sweeps over your soul. In that eternal moment, time stands still. Nothing but this moment matters. As long forgotten memories flood from the depths of your soul, looking deeply into the baby's eyes, you begin to see yourself. Not as you imagine yourself to be, but as God sees you. Pure, holy, innocent, and true. In this sacred moment, there are no questions, no needs, no fears, just perfect being, perfect knowing, perfect life. You breathe very deeply, and it feels like you have awakened a long-forgotten truth. This moment is more than the birth of a child. It is the birth of an ancient spirit that has too long laid dormant in your heart and in the heart of the world. A rush of meaning and purpose for the entire universe overwhelms you, and you begin to cry. Tears of remembrance, tears of joy, tears of knowing. And you recall from your years of study of the Holy Scriptures, the wolf shall dwell with the lamb. The leopard shall lie down with the goat, the calf and the lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. This is that moment where a child leads you to a greater and more joyous sense of oneness with all creation. In this eternal moment, there is only one. In this instant, this holy instant, eye to eye with this child of light, you feel as though the entire universe is within you. And you remember that you are also a precious child of God, that your life is important, and that you are a part of God's plan to bring love to the world, to bring peace to the earth. Oh, you feel so loved and connected with all that is, in a childlike awareness of innocence, simplicity, humility, purity, and deep trust. In this moment, you celebrate the reawakening of the light of your divine nature. A reawakening of the light of wonderful new possibilities. A reawakening of the Christ in you and as you.
Little child. sometimes I wonder what it would be like if kids did lead the world. There would definitely be more time to play. So here's my advice. Hug each other more. It really helps when you feel bad. Take more naps. You made us take them, so they must be good for you. When you feel sad, it's okay to cry and listen to each other. It's important. How else will you know how someone feels? We all may look different, but we're all the same on the inside. We all want to feel safe and be loved. Jesus came here to show us how to treat each other, and kids are here to remind you when you forget.
Yes, indeed. These little angels are here to remind us when we forget. How about this trio from 12 to 3? Didn't they do a great job? Yes. So with that energy, let's stand and sing to those angels with skin on, the angels all around us. Angels, we have heard on high. And so, a little child will lead them. 2,000 years ago through Jesus the Christ, and today, through the eyes of every child. Let their light reflect the truth of who you are, a precious child of God, filled with divine light. That light never goes out, and in fact grows each time we behold the light in another. When they may have forgotten the truth of who they are, remind them by sharing your light. Be the reflection of the Christ light. Be a candle of hope.
Be a candle of hope, be a candle of light, a beacon of truth in a dark, hopeless night. Share the light with a friend and watch the flame grow. The more light we give, the more love we'll know.
When you light
And so we come to the moment. A moment of anticipation and excitement. The long-awaited awareness and the lighting of the candle. And as I asked you at the beginning of the evening, was to have beginner's eyes and beginner's ears, heart, and mind. We're going to light these candles like we have done every year, but perhaps this time you light it with a different consciousness, a different awareness. I invite you to look at this candle when it is passed in just a moment, as if you are a child experiencing the light of your own soul for the very first time. To take the sweet voices of the children that have sung, make them your own, hold them close. To take the light that they pass on to you, which is the reason we exist as a community, to pass the light on. We often say here at Unity North that if the light we have experienced in this room stays in this room, well, perhaps it's been a waste of time or an entertainment. But if the light that we share with each other goes out these doors, and you are that candle of hope, and you are that candle of peace, and you are that first person to take the step back and say, I may have forgotten, but I behold the Christ in you. Everyone say with me, Namaste. Namaste. I behold the light, the flame, the candle, the good in you. And maybe the two of us have forgotten, but in this moment, I will remember. We will remember together. And in doing so, Christmas is not contained on December 24th or with a mere ritual of the lighting of a candle. It becomes the most important healing that this world needs. It becomes what the earth is calling for and what humanity is screaming for right now. And so I'm going to invite you all to please stand as the teenagers bring that candle to you, and the candle gets spread. Mindfully be aware, and those with the lit candle, keep it upright. Let the candle tip that is not lit. But to be mindfully aware that the light of the original candle is never, ever diminished by the sharing of the light. And as the lights begin to come down and the candlelight begins to glow, let us be aware that this is a wonderful metaphor for Christmas. For us as one. And to look around the room as the light is passed as if you were looking into the eyes of the Christ for the first time, like a shepherd coming off of a hill, coming down into the valley to remember the truth with others who are remembering with you. As that candle is passed around the room, we will join in singing Silent Night, but let it be a silent heart, a silent spirit, one that is so silent that it hears the voice of God more loudly than ever before. Let it be a silent and holy moment of recognition of what maybe we have forgotten. And maybe by you lighting the candle with new eyes and heart this Christmas, those that are in a hospital right now, those that are quarantined, that those who are home alone may know the light that we hold for them and with them in this moment as we sing. I invite you to raise those candles high, and those of you online, light a candle where you are. You are our brothers and our sisters. We are one in the light of Christ. Silent night. Tonight, as we in a moment make our way back to our home, we will sleep in a heavenly peace, in a heavenly awareness that has been shared here this evening. But more important than sleeping tonight in that peace is waking tomorrow and being that peace. It is letting every step you take be in the direction of peace. It is letting every word that you speak be a reflection of what peace can be and what peace is at the core that may have been forgotten. That our every action testify to the love that has been celebrated tonight. And let your life be a prayer in which everybody knows they are one with you. We're going to ask the piano to stop as we sing Silent Night a cappella, and to feel the vibration of truth. Look around the room, share your candle with those online, and let us sing one more time. I invite you in this moment to make a wish, a Christmas wish, to hold in your heart the possibility of tomorrow, a brighter tomorrow, a more love-filled tomorrow. We are that powerful, ladies and gentlemen, as one powerful demonstration of God made audible, feelable, knowable. You are necessary, you are important, and you are worthy. Hold that wish, and when you feel led, and you feel that you can hold it like you've never held it before, blow out that candle, and let the smoke from that candle waft into the earth, and see it enveloping Mother Earth and holding all people, whether they celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or another religion. Let us know our oneness with them as you make that wish. Candles may be extinguished, but we can see that the original candle has not gone out and never will, because it burns eternally in the heart of all of us. Merry Christmas, everyone, and the most beautiful and joyous new year, as every day becomes Christmas as you. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Go in peace, go in love, be the child, be the light, be Christmas.